Welcome to today's Daily Stretch, finding your posterior chain. Hi, I'm Cassie, and if you don't know who I am, I'm an experienced fitness coach and program developer for my fitness center in downtown Spring Green, and my stretching and pain relieving website, movewithcassie.com, where you can find dozens of videos just like these to help you live better, longer. In today's class, we'll be working all the muscles on the back side of your body, and that's referred to as the posterior chain. It goes from your neck all the way down to your heels. Those forgotten muscles, because you don't see them back there and you tend to ignore them. But the problem with that is these muscles get overstretched, they atrophy, and then so often all of that causes you pain. So let's get moving. All right, let's just start by circling your shoulders one at a time. Lift it up, press it down. Lift it up, exhale, press it down. Often when I show people these moves that pull your shoulders back, squeezing that pencil, they're always so surprised by how good it feels. They're contracting a muscle, and normally people associate that with, work and pain, and they're always so surprised that just contracting these upper back muscles feels good. I like to describe to people that your muscles in your upper back especially, I think of them like a rubber band. At the end of the year you filed your taxes and you put this great big rubber band around this big bundle, and then next year when you come back to it, it just snaps because it got dry and brittle. I think of these upper back muscles just like that. They're just always extended, and then they just get overstressed, and all they want to do is go back to their original shape. So spend a little extra time while I'm blabbering and pulling these shoulders back, okay? Squeezing that imaginary pencil between your shoulder blades. While you're doing that, let's lift the chin. Just enjoying this. Reach around behind your head, press that elbow to the back and turn your face. Think about continuously lifting through your rib cage, stomach's in. Exhale, putting that elbow back. Now let's drive that elbow down towards that back pocket. Real good. Let's do the other arm. So shoulder up. Inhale, exhale, and let's reach back with that elbow down towards your back pocket. Good, a nice lift up, and we'll put that hand behind your head. Good. Now I'm turning around so you can see what I'm doing. You can just continue to face forward. All right, pulling that elbow back, pushing a little bit into the back of your skull for leverage, lifting your chin. So we're also working the neck muscles by pushing them into your fingers. All right, and release. Good. Let's just slide the back of your hands up the back of your behind. Push in the back of your waist and pull those elbows back. So even though we're working your posterior chain today, some of the muscles that'll fight against you are these front shoulder muscles. Our slouching allows these to get shorter and shorter, and then they're pulling you forward, and you got to work to open them up to pull these back. Let's roll those thumbs back like you're hitchhiking. Mirror me, left arm, hitchhike it back. Look to the front. Good, right arm, hitchhike it back. Keep facing the face forward, so we're working the neck. Good, another one, a little higher, circle it back. Big inhale, exhale. Don't forget about that. Pull the stomach in. Hitchhike it back. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now bring this left arm up. Lift the chin. Hand behind your head. Press the head into your fingertips. Pull the elbow back. Release. Twist. Let's do the other arm. So now your right arm is going to come up, down behind the head, press the head into the fingertips, a little leverage to pull the elbow back. Good. All right, now let's press the head forward into your hand. Good. Press it down and release. Good. Shake that off a little bit. A little looking to your right, a little looking to your left. Elbow up. Lifting over. Inhale, exhale. Forget about your stomach. Pull that in. That supports your lower back. So we have that in. Let's do a few apple pickers. You can face forward. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing with my shoulder. So your hand is about, forehead height or slightly higher. Imagine that you're pushing against something, but you're being held back right from here. So you're not twisting your torso. You're just extending the shoulder girdle here. Extend, push. Stomach's in. Don't use your neck, okay? Relax the head and neck. All right, now pull the shoulder back. All by itself. Elbows locked out. Okay, often people bend their elbows, but we're not doing that. It's only through the shoulder. Pull it back. I've taught this in a variety of different positions, like against a wall, down on the floor, hands on the chair. Pull back. Let's do the other side, all right? All right, hand about, forehead height. Pinch those shoulder blades together. Okay, I don't know if you can tell. Pinching the shoulder blades together. That pulls it back. Now push it forward. Stretch, pinch, push. Pinch and push. One more. Squeeze and together. Now let's do two hands, okay? So we're pressing forward, pinch it back, push it forward. Sometimes people have a very hard time finding their back, this location. I've actually done a video where I had you put your back against like the corner of a wall or in a doorway, right at the corner so that it touches your spine. And then when you pull your shoulders back, your shoulder blades kind of squeeze onto both sides of the corner of the wall or the door jamb. It's pretty cool. All right, so I have that on YouTube. Push. Now if you're there, please let me know. Thumbs up or hit one of those little smiley faces. If you're enjoying the class, a little heart. And then let me know where you're joining us from. Lift and pull down. All right, the more you guys interact, the further reach these videos will get, especially if you think it has some value to you or somebody else. Consider sharing them, or at least sharing them onto your news feed by hitting that share button, and then your friends will then see it. All right, we're still pulling back. We're working our way down all of our back muscles. All right, lift that chest. Stick your chest out, pull your hind end back, okay? No one's watching. No one's watching you if you feel awkward. Pull that tailbone back, and you can even start pushing your thumbs into your low back. This really feels good. If you have a real big arch here already and this is a tender spot for you, then don't put any force into this position. You'll want to maybe put a little bit more force by squeezing your butt and doing the tuck unders. Okay, and then when you do this, just move without any squeezing of your muscles. All right, tuck under and pull it back. When your pelvis is tight, it really causes a lot of problems. You could have sciatica. You can have, pain in through here. Did you know that your pelvis has so many ways it can move? Think of, okay, you see how I'm gripping my bones here? Think of a Rubik's Cube. You can twist one forward, one back. Did you know that can happen in your pelvis? It can, and there's some moves that we do in this class to help try to re-straighten that out. But it's difficult to know because you might not know which hip is tipped forward and which one's tipped back. But at least in these classes we do so much, let's see, a move like this, we always do it on both sides. And that's what I mean by rebalancing your muscles. All right, from right to left, forward and back. So let's continue with just a little bit more of this, and I'd like you to do a little nice pull. This is more about the pulling on the back of your legs than the leaning forward. So inhale, exhale, do a nice pull. Elbows go forward. Head down, stomach in. Let's reach one across. Reach it across and a little extra pull. This elbow, if it's by your body, move it away. Exhale, slide it on down. Good, widen those feet. Shift and shift. And then one more time, and then we'll reach across to the other side. Good, a nice pull in the back of that leg. Move your elbow away from you and down. I had somebody tell me that they don't like to exercise, but they love doing these classes. And sometimes I just kind of think that this is fitness for the rest of us. Not everybody wants to do boot camps or CrossFit, even though I love that stuff. Not everybody does. So what can you do when you want to stay fit enough and pain-free?
You move with Cassy.
You move with Cassy. Yeah, these classes are it. They're gentle, but they're effective. All right, so now we're stretching our hamstrings. If your back is rounded, if your shoulders are down and your chest is in, it's because you're super tight, right? I'd like you to come up and stick that chest out. In fact, let's push. So let's take your left leg back, sit your weight onto that back foot. We'd like you to push against this leg. So now you can hopefully stretch that mid section of your back. And now lift this arm. This is a lot going on right now. All right, come out of that. Super, super tight. All right, if you made tension here, I'd like you to exhale like a rag doll and move yourself down. Release that tension, and then we'll come up and we will do that same side again. So I'd like you to draw back your right foot, and it's not far, only a little bit. Sit your weight back on that heel, okay? Hopefully you can tell my hips are back instead of my knee forward. Hips are back. Straighten this front leg. This is not an easy move, so I'm really taking time explaining it because from experience with my class, really kind of struggles with this one at first. So exhale. We will take our time with it, add a lot of breathing, a lot of deep inhale, exhale. So what we're after here is a stretch down through this leg, this forward leg. And I know some of you are rounded, you've got your chest caved in and your shoulders down. You will need to sit up a little more and see, it's a real possibility, your mid to upper back is very weak and you're struggling holding this erect spine. So squeeze those shoulder blades together. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze. Good. It's not as important for you to get your torso low. So this is my torso. It's not as important for you to lean over if your upper back is being sacrificed. Okay, now let's do the other leg. So I'll face you again. You'll draw your right leg back, just about a foot back. Inhale, exhale, and you'll be sitting back on this back heel. That means you're putting your weight on this back leg. See, I could lift my front leg up. Exhale. Think about lengthening your spine, pulling the shoulder blades back, not your neck, okay? I know some people will struggle so much with this move, they try to compensate with the neck. Oh, relax the neck, okay? Sitting back, shoulders back. You're gonna think I can see you, but I can. Shoulders back, exhale. I really miss doing this with my members. And up. All right. Widen your feet. Inhale. We'll just do a lazy, lazy ragdoll to the front, shifting one way and the other. As you do this, I like to feel it in the back of my ribs. And you can accomplish that by lifting an elbow a little bit, lifting an elbow. You'll get better the longer you take these classes. You'll be like, oh, I can deepen any kind of stretch. I want to pull this right leg back again. All right, pull that back. Sit your weight back. All right. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now we're going to push against this leg for some leverage. That'll help you stick the chest out. And then lift the other arm. Lift, lift. So it's not only about stretching, it's about strengthening. Pull your stomach in too. Lift, lift, lift. All right, relax. Let's bring that knee up. Exhale. Inhale, push the butt forward. Sit it back and a little extra press. Time is going so fast today. Inhale, exhale. I want to make sure we get a little bit for your behind and then your feet. All right, push the hips forward. Press that knee down. One more time. Sit it back. Press. I always like having a chair here. Just a little extra. It's a great tool. Super great tool. All right, a couple leg lifts to the back because a strong hind end is going to really give you a lot of support for your low back. And these butt muscles get atrophied from all the sitting that we do. And your hip flexors get very tight from all the sitting that we do. And then it pulls you like this. And it causes all kinds of grief. So let's lengthen, reach. Reach like there's something behind you, a button you need to push. Reach, lift, lift. Squeeze, stomach in, tall torso. We're not swinging, we're squeezing to lift, lift, lift. Let's do the other leg. Extend, reach it further. Don't bend your standing knee, just lengthen through the hip. Extend, lift, squeeze, squeeze, lift, lift, and bring it up. Release that tension, knee down, hips forward. Okay, squeeze it forward. What's great is you'll be able to watch these videos at any time afterwards, and that rebroadcast is easier to share. You know, you can copy paste to your friends. All right, let's work on those calves a little bit. So I'll stand sideways. I'd like you to draw your right foot back just a little bit. Find your back toes. Work on them back and forth. Have you found that any of these moves particularly helped you? I would really love for you to leave comments. Let me know. All right, so we're on the ball of the foot, and hopefully you took your shoes off, and we'll press that heel down. And if you ask questions or leave comments even after this live video, I will be sure to see them and I can answer your questions. Let me know what you'd like to see next week. Maybe you've got a certain body part that you're struggling with pain-wise. Good. Pressing that heel down. So while I'm doing this, I'm gripping with my toes. Find your toes, press the heel down, and now this foot here, it should be forward enough that if you bend that knee, it deepens the stretch. Good. Maybe you guys can think of somebody that you'd like to see move more. You can let them also know about these classes and then the DVDs. Let's press that heel against the bottom of the chair. I've got a few more DVDs left in case people just aren't hooked up to the internet yet. Let's sit it down. Inhale, exhale. We're pushing the hip towards the chair, okay? Not the shoulders. Pressing the hip. Very good. And sit it back one more time. Using that standing leg. Inhale, exhale. Good. I'm going to do the other foot now. So we start kind of close to the chair, and then I'll draw my other leg back. Let's start with the toes. Good. Pressing the ball of the foot down, working onto the top of the toes, enjoying that in the top of your foot. Doesn't that feel good? Work that heel. So I'm sliding my heel left and right across the top of the toes. And now fold and tuck. You won't get this kind of movement with shoes on. And if your calves and your feet are tight, you will have pain. You'll have plantar fasciitis. It's like wearing a cast. Wearing shoes are like wearing a cast on your arm. You don't have freedom of movement. All right, we'll press that heel down. And now let that front knee bend enough so you've got a nice angle between your shin and your foot. I'm still pressing that heel down. My back leg is straight. Inhale, exhale. If you're dealing with plantar fasciitis, you want to do these exercises really gently and maybe only half the repetitions that we do. But your feet will get stronger by being called to action. Okay? Inhale and press it down. Good. Take a moment to enjoy this hip flexor stretch on the front of this extended leg. Good. And now let's take that back foot and let's do your best. See, I'm giving myself a nice space to work here because what I want to do is get my heel. I'll show you with this part. I want to get my heel as close to the bottom of the chair as I can. Okay, so, all right. You can do this with a soup can too. If you just had a soup can kind of like at the corner of the wall and the floor, it's probably enough for you to get the front of your foot elevated. There we go. Let's sit it down. Yeah, I've done that with a video. I've taken like a soup can right here, and then it just holds your foot up off the floor. Otherwise, people's feet slide down because their calves are so tight. All right, once again, we're moving the hip towards the chair, not the shoulders. All right. Well, as we finish up today, I just want to remind you that if you like these videos, these classes, let me know and invite a friend to tomorrow's class. Tomorrow's class is going to be Stay Loose to Stay Strong. And you can also join me for another 15 minutes today, another stretching class over on my Move with Cassie Instagram page. We're going to do that at 1 o'clock for a refreshed day at your desk. And one more thing, don't forget that there is still 3 months free by hitting the sign up button right here on the Facebook page, just to help everybody get through this isolation. It's 3 months free to my movewithcassie.com, right under the header image there. And I'll see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow in class. Stay well.